sure you say hi, everyone. Yeah? I'll tell you when we go live what you was going to do.
Good night, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to the Black Consciousness Festival 2020. We are grateful that you are joining us from all over the globe on Zoom and Facebook Live.
My name is Dara, and with me is my co-host, Bernice, and we are from the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Hi, everyone. The Black Consciousness Festival is a global online platform for the commemoration, celebration, and sharing of vital histories and stories that boost the awareness and impact of the pride, power, and practice of people of African descent.
The festival is building awareness around how each of us can take the necessary steps for restitution and reparation. Today, we present one of our amazing cultural activities. We join Aquisia Frederick as she teaches us about Limbo Dance.
Born and based in Tobago, Aquisia Frederick has been a performer since 1989. Aquisia is also known as Tobago's premier Limbo Dancer. She's the founder and choreographer of her dance company, the Tobago Alpha Dance Academy, which helps with the holistic development of young ladies on the island of Tobago. She has acquired a certificate in dance and dance education, along with a partial degree in dance education from the University of the West Indies.
Aquisia has traveled regionally and internationally, representing her country, Trinidad and Tobago, as a cultural ambassador and aided in promoting tourism in Tobago through other folk dances and limbo. A sculpture is erected in the lobby of the Mount Irvin Bay Hotel as the Ballet Dancer, which she sits there as the main feature of the hotel called Aquisia, as she has been the muse.
With her two drummers, Elton Ford and Shane Solomon, and her two dancers, Nefria Beckles and Rihanna McPherson.
Aquisia, thank you for your presence here tonight. We can't wait for your workshop, so take it away.
Hi, good evening, good night, good morning. I am Aquisia Frederick, as I was just introduced, the Limbo Queen of Tobago. With me, I have my drummers, Elton Ford and Shane Solomon. So before we get into demonstration, I will talk a little about the art form of limbo and some historical contents about limbo. Limbo is one of Trinidad and Tobago's traditional folk dances, which came out of the revolution. Limbo is today still the most misunderstood and disputed dance in Trinidad and Tobago. Some people believed its origin from Africa. Some people believe its origin is from Trinidad and Tobago. However, when limbo is done it came out of the Bongo Dance. And in Tobago, a wake is performed when someone died. So within that wake, we do the Bongo Dance, which links back to the limbo. Just the idea of the dancer going under the bar from one end to the next symbolizes life after death, or your transition from one life to the other. And men were actually the ones who started limbo. They wanted to show off their masculinity. And it is no surprise that Tobago has some famous male limbo dancers. So we have 3 male dancers such as, well, they don't perform limbo anymore, but they are worth mentioning. Mike Kwashi, aka Mike Kwashi, he is deceased. Binley Benjamin, who is also a Calypsonian. And we have Ashton Peter King. Ashton Peter King. So, but now in Tobago, we have the females who are the dominance of limbo. We don't have so much men performing the art of limbo. It's more like females like myself and very few of us. But I am here to make sure that I continue to pass on the tradition of limbo, starting with my dance group and teaching in the primary schools. Because it's always best when you start from young, your bodies are more limbered, your bones are easy to contour and to bend under that bar, because limbo comes as a natural skill. Some people learn it on the way, but for me, it came naturally. Also, there's the important factor of the maintenance of your body. Because as a limbo dancer, you must possess strong abs, strong thighs. Your back is the entire body that is working, because limbo asks you to bend under the bar in an abnormal position, because you are standing like this, feet apart. The knees goes in like this, and your body is asked to do this. And you have to hold that position until you travel under the bar. So it takes a lot, it takes a toll on your body. So you have to continuously working out, exercising, do your daily stretches. And I will ask my dancers to come on set and demonstrate some of the basic warm-up exercises you should do as a limbo dancer before any performance. It could be as small as just performing for 10 persons. Warm-up is critical. It is very, very important for a limbo dancer body, because you could start as young as 8 and 9 and 10, and you see yourself just slipping under the bar. But as you get older, if you do not continue that practice, it will take a toll on your body. So now I will invite Nefra Beckles and Rihanna to demonstrate some of the warm-up exercises. So before we do that, Nefra has on one of the traditional limbo wear. So in limbo, especially if you're doing fire, you don't usually wear a lot of clothing. And it is deliberately designed like that. So you don't want too much on your body to restrict your movement. And the audience must be able to see how your body is moving under the bar. So it is always important that you have this flap in front. Of course, is out of respect for your front area. And then they have the flap in the back as well. The other parts of the skirt could be worked up dependent on the seamstress or the choreographer themselves, because the limbo dancers come up with their own styles as well. So you have something on the feet and on the hand. And then you will have your neck piece and your head piece. Some costumes you may see might be more elaborate than this one, but this is one of the basic costume that I'm showing you. So now I'll have the ladies demonstrate some of the warm-up exercises while the drummers play. Side. Next. Next. Flat back. Next. Go all between the knees. Right. Next. Next side. On the floor. Go ahead. Next side. Next side. Right, next. Next leg. Next. Both legs in the back. And my favorite. Your elbows are here to push the knees out. So after you do all of these, your body should be stretched. I mean, there are more that you could do. And then you could do some of the more energetic exercises to have your adrenaline pumping. Okay? So the drummers are here for a reason as well, because the original music for the limbo was the drums, still is the drums, still what I prefer to dance to, because drummers communicate with dancers. So for me, when I limbo, the drummers speak to me while I speak to them. If you do a particular movement, they break to that movement, and it builds the energy that you want as a limbo dancer, because limbo is a very energetic dance as well. So apart from the drummers, your dancers, your supporting dancers, or other limboists, you all must be in unison and speak the same language, because it calls limbo is also a spiritual dance apart from an entertainment dance. So that kind of spirituality among your dancers and your drummers must connect. They must speak to each other. And when you have that, you could go to any level on the stage, because limbo is the art of how low can you go. So you start from up and you go down. Before, they used to start from below and go up, but now we do it from on top. And how low can you go without your body touching the bar and the ground? So now we'll get into demonstration of how to approach, the correct approach before you go under the bar, and how you bend under the bar. And Macpherson here will demonstrate. So this is a very high one, right? So go ahead. So first you come close to the bar. you try not to start from here. You come close to the bar and you spread your legs to a comfortable width. And then you bend your body like that. No, go ahead. And you go. Right. Come, we change the bar. And this is how we change the bar. Next level. Again, closer to the bar. Spread your legs. Right. Let's see her do another level because we're starting from on top and we're going down. Let's go. Let's watch her again. Right. So you would have seen me doing this. When a limbo dancer is going under the bar, the supporting dancers, they must give that vibe, that energy to help them to go under the bar. So most of the things you see in limbo when you have a choreography on stage is not just for mistake or just for entertainment purpose. They have meaning behind them. Even when you change the bar, there's a meaning behind it. And I must point out again, come. When she go, see how she did her knees and then it comes out. The lower you start going, the lower you start going, then it requires you to you bend your knees before you go under. It's just automatic and comes naturally. So now we'll take it up a notch. The drummers will play the faster rhythm. We'll do some steps because limbo is not just about going under the bar, of course. We have a whole routine, a whole choreography behind that before the dancer goes under the bar. So we'll do a few steps to show you before I limbo. And before I limbo, I must mention, limbo has dynamics and tricks, which I prefer to do. So I do several tricks. I do blindfold. So I go under the bar, blindfolded, balancing on the forehead and in the hand palm. That one I will demonstrate. And fire sticks in my hand as well. Sometimes I do a combination of all three together while going under the bar. And also sometimes a rod in the mouth with fire on both ends. I'm not going to do fire here this evening, but fire, I always do fire when I limbo. Fire is exciting. It's just intriguing to see that the dancer has to go under that fire. And when you're doing fire, I know I mentioned you have to come closer to the bar to go under. That is the correct approach. But when you have the flame coming at you, you'll have to come back a little bit before you start bending. Right? So we'll do our routine now. Drummers. Before I do my last bar, there's a chant, several chants, which we will chant, especially before the limbo dancer goes under such a low bar. I can't sing, but I'll try. Aye mama, aye mama, aye mama, aye mama, aye mama. Drummers, limbo, 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 limbo. And that was Limbo from Tobago.
Thank you, Aquisia, for your marvelous performance, the chanting, the dancing, the meaning of limbo, life, everything, how y'all send how they do it in wakes and everything.
Yeah.
It really and truly was amazing to see.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed learning about all the complexities in terms of, when you go low, this is life, this is that. So I really, really enjoyed learning about that and how it played a part of our culture.
So I have a question. How
Sure.
does it feel to be part of the Black Consciousness Festival?
Oh, I think it's an honor to be a part of this because it's always good to celebrate our Blackness, celebrate our rich heritage. I think it's not celebrated enough. So this festival is a correct platform for it to be celebrated. So I'm very proud to be a part of it.
And we definitely thank you for being part of it. And really, really, I was really excited with tonight's session. So
Thank you, and I hope I lead up to your expectations. I fulfill your expectations.
More than that.
of course. So my question is, how common is limbo dancing in the Caribbean?
How?
Common.
Repeat.
My question is, how common is limbo dancing in the Caribbean?
Oh, it is very common because we have limbo dancers in Barbados. I know it is very common in the Caribbean, St. Lucia as well, because I've been to St. Lucia and I happened to be entertained by some limbo dancers, which was a real treat for me. No, I didn't get up and participate, but it is very common because limbo is known internationally. So it's not just known in the Caribbean. Limbo is done in weddings, birthday parties, you name it, whatever festivity they have, and they need that energy, that kind of flavor, different flavor. You see limbo. I even see limbo on television shows. So it's not practiced the way how we do it. It's not performed correctly, but it's still limbo. So it's known internationally and regionally.
So you mentioned before when I asked the question that Black consciousness isn't celebrated enough. So limbo on a whole, right? What is the significance of limbo in our culture, and how does the limbo dance help celebrate Black consciousness?
Yeah.
Because limbo is African. Limbo, as I said earlier, originated out of well, some people say like the slave ships that came from Africa and that whole revolution. So, yeah, limbo just has this African aspect of it. So that's how it, I forget the question, the exact question, eh? But yes, it plays an important role in the Black consciousness.
So my question is, why should more people learn about it? Because as you explained, it's extremely important not only to celebrate our Blackness, but as a reminder of our history. So I want to know your perspective on it as well.
Why people?
Should
Say again?
My question is, why should more people learn limbo dancing?
Oh, because limbo is becoming a dying art. We don't have as much limbo dancers as we used to. More so in Tobago. Tobago, myself, and two young girls who are now coming up are really trying to push the art form. So we don't want to lose this dynamic art form. It is a special skill. I know it is a hard skill, but more people should actually get into it. And that is what I'm actually doing presently in Tobago, to put limbo in the primary schools. So we will have, myself and some other tutors will go to the schools and teach limbo. So we could have a constant flow of limbo dancers being born on the island of Tobago.
Okay, sir, thank you so much. Thank you also to Elton Ford and Shane Solomon for your drumming work, and to your two lovely dancers, Nefria Beckles and Rihanna Macpherson. Thank you to the audience for joining the Black Consciousness Festival Cultural Abilities today.
Stay tuned to our exciting schedule. Get more information on the beautiful people around the world that are collaborating to make the festival happen, and register for upcoming conversations and activities at our websites, www.theblackconsciousnessfestival.com, our Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram profile, Twitter, and LinkedIn pages.
Have a good night, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and walk in pride, power, and practice. Aquisia,
Yes?
can your drummers take us out?
Oh, sure. Of course. Take it away, drummers.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
from the beginning, the middle, and the end, everything that we've learned. Thank you so much. I truly learned a lot. What about you?
Of course I did. And I really want to commend the work that you're doing in Tobago and the wider Caribbean, trying to keep the art form alive, especially since it's so important,
Yes.
Yes. To all our listeners, I recommend that you definitely try it out,
I mean,
and learn more, participate, yeah.
yeah, because I mean, from that workshop alone, I mean, I can't see me, but I was real trying to try a little thing, my knees in, gotta go slow, but it was really amazing.
Yeah, I definitely
Thank you.
Okay, thank you again for everything.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.